What's the big picture? What's the big idea behind your personal finances, behind your mission, your purpose in life, right? What's the big idea? That's what I want to solve today. In today's lesson, going over velocity banking, I'm going to have a scenario on the board for an individual that I'm working with. Really excited. I'm really pumped up. I got a lot of information I want to really pack into this video right here. But I want you to be thinking in the back of your mind, what's the big idea? What's the big picture, right? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I considering this strategy? Why am I applying it? Where is it going to take me, right? How is this going to improve my character? How is this going to improve me as a leader in my household, in my territory, my surroundings with people, right? Be thinking about that as we dive into another velocity banking scenario where we pay off 4 credit cards, a car, a mortgage, all using our own income, increasing our cash flow, lowering expenses, building our credit. All right. So I'm going to give you some stats, give you some numbers to work with so that we're all following along. And if I make a mistake, let me know. Okay, I've made mistakes before in some videos, right? It's part of the process, part of the learning process. So here we have an individual close to retirement. All right. And by the way, he's a tier 3 contributor to the channel. So he has made a financial commitment and is in support of the channel, subscriber, filled out a form, taken action together. I love it. He trusts me. I trust him. We're going to do the things that we need to do. So this is his income. It's about $5,000 or more. I wrote or more because he does overtime, right? His expenses starting out $4,378. Okay, we have a debt $308,000. Just $308,000. Cash flow $1,000 or more, right? Because that's with overtime. And he acquired a debt weapon, a line of credit, an unsecured line of credit, not a credit card, which means that I can pay anything with this specific tool, this line of credit, okay? He got it for $15,000. Interest rate is 9.5%. Here is the cost of using a line of credit, okay? If our chunk amount is $9,900, where did I get that number? By doing the 2/3 method, where I take 2/3 of 15,000. That's where you get this. Get that number, times it by 9.5%. That's how much interest he'll pay in a year if he has an outstanding balance for a year of 9,000, that long, okay? A month, $78 a day, $2.61 a day. So we're working here. This is our cost. Now, why would I pay that to go pay off another debt? Why would I do that? Why would I pay interest over here to pay off another debt? Because when I take from here to go pay that debt, guess what happens? I significantly lower the balance, or I have the ability to pay off the balance, which would in return increase my cash flow, cut off interest costs over there, right? And then I pay very, very minimal interest over here. You get this offsetting effect, the offsetting of interest to borrow money, okay? That's why we do this. That's why we chunk, okay? Now, when I made this $9,900 chunk payment, what we did together is we have 3 credit cards. So we split up all the money to pay off 2, zero it out, and then make about like another 2,000 or so, 3,000 or so payment towards another credit card, right? So to give you the numbers on the credit cards, right? He had one for $1,582, another one we owed $5,650, and another card we owe $6,790. We're paying interest on all these cards. Instead of paying the monthly payment or a little bit above, what we're doing is chunking at the $1,582, at the $5,605, okay, that equals $6,022. So that's done. His payment was $50 on the $1,582 a month. On the $560.50, we were paying $126 a month. So that's an increased cash flow of $176 on top of my $1K, day one. $6,022, right? So 2 credit cards done in 1 month. The third credit card that had a balance of $6,790, $2,912 went towards that. Satisfied that month's payment. Therefore, I have another increased cash flow for 1 month only of $160. Okay? Very, very important to know why we do what we do. So we killed those 2 credit cards. Now we just got to deal with that third credit card. But see, here's the thing. I just created a debt of $9,900. Does that make sense? Let's make that clear for you. Okay? Now, I'm going to dump my income. Before I pay anything of this expenses, I'm going to dump my income. Whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, however, I'm dumping it all in the line of credit. So it's going to be a $5K total in a 30-day period. In that same 30-day period, not only did I drastically lower the balance owed on the $9,900, which does what? Cut that cost. I'm dealing with this. Now, my expenses are lower, are they not? So it was $4,378, but now it's $4,202 because of that increased cash flow of $176, correct? I didn't even factor in the $160, okay, because it's only for 1 month. So I just let that be extra, all right? If my cash flow averages about $1,176 a month, do the math. 9,900 divided by 1,176. We're looking at about roughly around May of 2019. Conservatively, the line of credit would be paid off. Okay? All throughout the months. I'm putting money in, I'm taking money out. I'm putting money in, I'm taking money out. Right? Just doing it. I'm not losing my cash flow in the process. Okay? Very important. And all my other debts are starting to lower, right? Okay. So by May, here's what we do. The line of credit is at 0 right now. The month of May. It's at 0. So I got $15K available. What am I going to do? I'm going to do another chunk payment of $9,900. This time, here's what we do. We eliminated 3 credit cards so far. 2 from the chunk. Another credit card had a smaller balance, so over time it just got paid off on its own, right? Just by making the month's payment. That third credit card that we did a chunk on, okay, the balance on that is going to be just under $1,800. So I take that amount, and now we're going to start paying off his car. By May, okay, of 2019, we're now going to make the difference from $1,800 or so from the 9,900. So I rounded down and just said 8 grand. Okay, 8 grand. It's going to be a chunk payment towards the car. The original balance owed on the car starting October was 10,000. I got so many notes. I got $10,737. Okay? So by May, that balance is going to be somewhere around 9 grand. Okay, I did it on an amortization schedule, 9 grand and some change. So if I pay 8, I only owe like 1,000 or so left on the car. The payment is $338 a month. So by August, the car on its own will get paid off. But what did I just do? I created another debt of $9,900. I saved thousands on my car in terms of interest costs. I'm dealing with this. Same thing. I'm dumping in the 5K. I'm taking out $4,042 now of expenses at max. At max. The numbers are going to fluctuate because he does work a lot of overtime, so he's going to have this excess, which is why we originally started off with 1,000. Right? You did the math, it doesn't make sense. It's like, wait, it's only 700 cash flow. Chill. He does overtime, so we're factoring that in. He averages about 1,000K a month, 1,000 a month. So look, we're down here. That third credit card, I eliminated that $160 a month, right? So minus that, that's what's coming out. 5K going in, 4K coming out. 5K going in, 4K coming out. Here's my new cash flow, 1336. So by around October, the latest, 2019. October, conservative. The car payment, the car itself got paid off in August. So his cash flow goes up 338. So without factoring that in, I mean, actually, yeah, we did factor that in. We're looking at October 2019. If you didn't factor it in, you do that number divided by the 9,900, you're looking at December. So when we factored it in, we shave about 2 months. Okay, so we're looking at right around October. So, 4 credit cards. Done. A car note for 10 grand. Done. The line of credit is at 0. Uno year. 1 year. How freaking cool is this, man? This is cool. This is exciting. I don't know about you, but I like velocity banking. You know, I get so many forms that are getting filled out and you guys are taking massive action and I love it. You know, it's exciting to be able to talk with someone on the phone and say, look. You do this, you do this, you do that. And you're debt free by this age. How's that sound? Really good? Cool. And all you got to do is commit to it. You got to learn. You got to take the information and you got to absorb it. Right? And all I ask through your character and you being a leader that you give. Very important. I want you to give cheerfully, my friend. Give cheerfully. Cheerful giver, man. Very important. This will show your character and you as a leader when you are connecting with other people in life, you as the household, right? When you're a cheerful giver, man, wow, amazing things are going to happen. Look, I did a video last month of a gentleman making $10,000 to $12,000 a month. Okay, driving trucks. Okay, I'll have the link for that video. It's an older video. That gentleman filled out a form. He was one of the very first people to fill out a form. So he's in my 104, right? He's part of my 104. The people that I'm serving, whether they give to the channel or not, they're getting served, right? So he's part of the 104. Can I tell you, here's my testimony. Here's my testimony. Did the video for the guy. From that time till now, I've had over 15 truck drivers, because I read the forms and it says truck driver, truck driver, truck driver, truck driver, own a business. Can you imagine? Out of those, I want to say it was 15 people. One person gave at the tier 3 level from that video. They trusted me. They believed in what I'm doing, in the mission. Before I even had words with them, they gave at the tier 3 level. Because of that video, because of another man trusting me to fill out a form to work with me one-on-one. And you know what's crazy? We were talking the other day, and he's going to give himself. He's going to give to the channel. And the person that gave at the tier 3 weeks later wants to talk to the gentleman making 10 to 12 grand a month driving trucks, because he wants to know, because he's a truck driver making like 4 grand, 5 grand ish. So he wants to know, hey, what the hell are you doing making 10 grand a month? Like, what? How do I get there, right? And I asked him, he was willing to have a conversation with that guy. So all this giving and receiving, oh man, are we? Gets me excited. So back to this gentleman, because I don't want to get off track. We killed 4 credit cards, 1 car, and now we have a mortgage. Okay, the mortgage is what's left on the debt. 253K is the original balance. We don't start making pay. Oh wait, I'm sorry. We've got another debt. We got another debt. This debt right here, 30K. 30K 502. It's a credit card, right? And we're doing the same strategy. Okay, but here's what I'm gonna do for him. I'm gonna have him do is he's gonna increase this line of credit to 20,000. Okay, because you figure, how many times did we chunk from the line of credit? We chunked $9,900, right? 2 times, that's 18,000. And throughout the whole months, we're putting in 5 and using 4, and putting in more 5 and using another 4. How many times are you using that money? No reason why we can't get an increase of 20K. And let's see. We're in, let's see. This is part of the, sometimes I get confused myself because it's like so much. But him and I were just talking, so this video is for you. He gets it. He understands. Our chunk amount increases to $13,200, which is 2/3, same method, 2/3 of the 20,000. But I went low and just said, you know, let's be safe. Let's just be safer. 13K is our chunk. Right? From the line of credit, the chunk goes here to this. He's paying like $620 a month on that. Okay. Less than a year. 2020. Right? We were in 2019 of October. So by, I believe it was 2020 November. 2020 November. So a year and 1 month to kill this. And it's the same strategy. He's still putting in 5K or more. Right? His expenses are down. How much are they down? Minus the 338, minus the 160, minus the 50, minus the 126. All those gone, done, right? So his expenses should be like $3,700, let's just say. Right? So expenses out. Expenses out. Wow. Cash flow is at $1,674. Oh my God. This guy is rocking and rolling. Okay. This man's singing at this point. He could celebrate. He can go out with the wife. You know, he can take her out and go dancing. Right? Do karaoke. Sing to your woman. It's awesome when you sing to your woman. Things go down. Okay? Magical things happen. So, we are in 2020 of November. Okay? And now we're at the mortgage. All right? Increased cash flow of 620. So, November 2020, increased cash flow of 620. My new cash flow is an astounding, a wonderful $2,294. Okay? I'm having fun. I feel taller already. This is not even my numbers, right? But when I'm so committed to someone, when I'm so committed to you, right? Your debt becomes my debt. Your problems, my problems, okay? Together, we give to each other and we establish the kingdom. Oh yeah, we establishing kingdoms, all right? For the one and only kingdom. Catch that? Hope you did. Now, our new chunk amount. After I killed that 30,000, what am I going to do, class? Increase my line of credit. Duh. To 25K. 2/3 of that is $16,500. Are you following me? Are you staying with me? Do you get it? Is it confusing? Let me know in the comments. I'll help you out. Okay. So 16,500 is the chunk. Conservative. Mind you, you have to count all those payments from October till November of 2020 of paying the mortgage, right? Each and every month. So whatever the balance is right there, we did it on the amortization schedule. By a total of 93 months, which is 7.75 years, to pay off the mortgage. The way we speed that up, okay, what's my favorite thing? If all he did was get $1 raise, my friend, he shaves off, we did the math, it was actually 8 months. So 93 becomes 85? Yes, 85 months. That's 7 years flat. So technically from November 2020 to November 2025, it took us 5 years when we started doing velocity banking on the mortgage. But if you look at it over the long haul from starting October 2018, 7 years, right? Mind you, if all he does is get a dollar raise. Now, he already told me, he says his raises boost him up about $200-300 a month. So that's a little over $2 an hour increase, I think. So remember, $1, we shave 8 months. So with $2 becomes 16 months. My friend, that's a year and a half. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Now, here's another really cool tip for those that stick around and watch the whole video, because you never know where I'm going to drop some gems. You know, sometimes I make mistakes and you know, I kind of drag it. Don't worry. Don't worry. As the channel grows, watch. I'm gonna have an editor. I'm gonna have the lighting. I'm gonna have crispier audio, right? Right? It's gonna get better. Trust me. Trust me. But you gotta stick around. You gotta, you know, keep supporting the channel and get us there. So here's a really cool thing that I'm gonna manifest. There's a company called Auto Advisors. If you never heard of them, they're nationwide and they are spectacular. Okay, this gentleman and I were having a conversation, and he was talking about, oh, my wife's lease is going to expire, like in the process of doing velocity banking. It's like, so I'm gonna want to get another car. How do we factor that in, you know, with the expenses and whatnot? And I said, well, your credit score is gonna jump. So that means even if you do get a 2019 vehicle or 2020, you'll pay the same price that you're paying right now just because of your good credit, right? And I'm going to give you a tip. This is something that I experienced for myself when I got my first lease, which was a Hyundai Tucson 2017 SUV, right? SE, standard. For a lease, paying $200.51 a month. That's pretty cool. And my credit score was only 631 at the time. I did not even qualify for that rate. I was in tier 3. They bumped me to tier 2 to give me that. Because of this company, Auto Advisors. You gotta look them up, man. They are awesome. I had a gentleman. Okay, for my adults, I know when you go buy a car, how many hours does it take? Right? They gotta put you on ice. They let you cook, right? They just keep you there, right? And then they go back and forth, right? The manager comes out, the other manager comes in. You're like, no, I want to pay this. What can you do for me? Da da da. Take off this. I don't want to pay registration. Take the tags off. And you know, throw in this. I'll add an extra 500 down. All that crap. Let me tell you, when I went to the dealership, I walked in. I picked the car. I drove the car. I test drove it. They filled it up for me. We went back. We negotiated for 15 minutes. I said, I'll pay this, for that. Done. Went to the room, came right back. He said, okay. All because of this guy. I had an auto advisor with me, right? And when it was all said and done, it was down to the signing. You know, that takes forever. The guy says, hey, if you want to come back, you can come back. I was like, for real? It's like, yeah, you can come back later. When you come back, 10 minutes, all you got to do is sign. I was like, all right. Left, ran some errands, came back with the girlfriend, right? She came back with her. And then, what was it? Went inside, and I literally just did this for like 10 minutes. Dang, rang, rang, rang. And that was it. So, that is my tip for you if anyone is looking to get a car. If your lease is expiring soon, right? And you're doing velocity banking, your credit score is going to go up, and you're looking to switch cars, buy a new car, your credit score is going to be looking really, really strong, okay? Check out these guys, Auto Advisors. They're nationwide. I'm going to see if I can find like links to throw in the description. You can check them out. They're awesome. I hope one day they sponsor this channel. That would be sick. Just like maybe Capital One sponsoring this channel. That would be cool, right? I'm just going to manifest that, put that out there. Lord, make that happen so I can keep serving people every single day. All right? Pray for me. I want you to pray for this channel. Let it go. Let this manifest. All right? So my name is Denzel. If you're here for the first time, welcome. How you doing? Subscribe to become a part of this family. If you're on the fence, you've been watching for some time, you've been trickling in the comments every now and then, dropping dimes, dropping questions. If you're still on the fence, whether or not to work with me, hey, go check out my Patreon page. I got a link in the description. Check it out. Read the backstory. When you become a contributor, I have private videos that I make as well to keep you updated on the stats of how many people we're serving all throughout the United States and abroad. Okay? Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.